up, everybody? It's your girl Jen Jen, and it is another great day for some great love, great motivation, some good advice as best as I can, and of course some good laughter and good reasoning. And I am so grateful, I'm so thankful for all the love and the support. Thank you guys for always coming back. I cannot do this without you at all. And I'm so grateful for it. Thanks to all our new subscribers. I appreciate it so much. Share the videos, and of course share the wealth of knowledge and edutainment and everything that you are getting from these videos. Share it. I cannot reiterate it anymore. So guys, I want to let you know today, persons have been asking and they're like, Jan, do you do promotions for products? And the answer to that is yes. You can send me a message. I'll put my my email address in the bio, and you can email me if you have a product or you have something that you want me to talk about. As long as it is wholesome and entertaining and of course edutaining, I will definitely talk about it on this here channel, and we can discuss the terms, conditions, and the prices, and you can know what, you know, we can talk about all them good stuff. All right, so now that we have gotten that out of the way, today we're gonna have a little reasoning, and the reason today is gonna be about what is it that we don't want, because we know, or at least we think we know, what it is that we do want. So if we can figure out what it is that we don't want, then at least we can come to a place to say, okay, if I know what it is that I don't want, I may not know what it is that I want, but if I know what it is that I don't want, it will help to eliminate a whole barrage of things. Yeah. As for me, I do not want stress. I do not want anxiety. I do not want depression. I do not want heartaches. I do not want problems. Inevitable, but I don't want problems. I don't want contention. I do not want, unnecessary arguments, non-educational arguments. I do not want non-profitable arguments. I do not want to be surrounded by negativity. I don't want those things. So what do? I do my best to ensure that I do what it takes to put myself in a position where I can get the opposite of those things. So I want peace. I want joy. I want laughter. I want good vibes. I want great friends. I want great advice, sound advice. I want good encouragement, good admonishing. So if I can put all those things and separate them and say, okay, this is what I don't want, this is what I want, then we can get to a place of understanding. We can start to figure out ourselves more. We can start seeing, all right, I want to elevate myself. I want to go further in this thing. So let me read more. Let me delve into some new materials. Let me find out some more things about life, about culture, about arts, about music, about, different cultures, not just my own, but to explore different things. Let me delve into some new stuff, because then I can decipher through some stuff. I can learn some new things, and I can figure out more of what I don't want. And I think that's a very good thing. And, it is beautiful when you can really and truly say these things out loud to yourself. What is it that I don't want? Well, I don't want to be this person who I am now, who is not faithful enough, who is always doubtful, who is always seeing the bad in things, who's always a pessimist, who always just blow things out of proportion, who never sees the good in anything, who always sees the glass as not even half empty but empty, always just a Debbie Downer, always just, not in a good mood, always just never have anything good to say, I don't want to be that person. So you do the opposite of that. You do the opposite of that. You start to invest in yourself more. You start to feel good about yourself more. You start to love yourself more. You start to appreciate yourself more. And not just yourself, but those around you. Because whatever you give off, the energy that you give off, you're going to attract that to yourself. Whatever you choose to put out there into the atmosphere, you're going to receive it. So if you think that you're living a life of limitations, that's what you're going to receive. If you think that you're living a life of scarcity, that's what you're going to receive. But if you want abundance, if you want to walk in faith, if you want to forgive, if you want to love, if you want to start doing some new things, that's good and that's great. And that's an amazing place to start. But as I said, we're reasoning today. I'm all comfy with all my cushion and whatnot. You know, what is it that I don't want? I do not want to get to 65 and realize that I've never really lived. I do not want to be so scared that I never try. I would rather to try and fail than to never have tried at all. I don't want to be when I'm 70, God forbid, and I am lying down and in my bed, you know, probably whatever, and all these thoughts and ideas come walking up to me one by one and saying, Jancy, you never went skydiving. See? You never went bungee jumping. See? You never, you know, visited none of the countries in Africa. You never did parasailing. You never did any of those things. Why, John? Why? And all these whys going off in our heads, or in my head rather. So I would rather to live. And as I said, figure out what is it that I don't want. Because I'm allergic to peanuts. And if I get an assortment of peanuts and cashews and raisins and all these things, I'm going to go ahead and pick out all the all the peanuts, and I'm going to throw them away. Probably some of the raisins, which I shouldn't because I don't like them that much. But I'm going to pick out what it is that I don't want. Then I'm going to look at what's remaining in my hand, and I'm going to see that I left a few of the raisins because I'll probably eat those. I left all the cashews, probably got in some almonds, probably got in some walnuts, and some hazelnuts. And then I realized that, oh, a few more peanuts are left around, so I gotta throw those out too. And if I can pick out what is it that I don't want, then it simply means that what is left is what I want. It simply means that when I open my hands up, I can just throw it all down my mouth and start chewing because I'm going to be okay. Because I picked up what I don't want, so what's left must be what I want. So if we can think about life that way, if we can really just sit down and think about what is it that we don't want, it will help us to figure out, okay, this is what I want then. Yeah. I don't want to do drugs. I don't want to curse. I don't want to smoke. I don't want to gamble. I don't want to steal. I don't want to say bad things about people. I don't want to always argue with people for no reason. I don't want to be all up in everybody's face and always running my mouth, always never having anything good to say. I don't want to do that. So if I can figure out what is it that I don't want and get rid of that, then what I'll be left with is what I want. And what I want is this really nice, sweet cushion. That's what I want. So if I can get rid of the things that I don't want, I can get rid of the lying and the cheating and the stealing and the backbiting and the unforgiveness and the unlovingness. Is that a word? I think it must be a word. I just said it. right? If we can get rid of what it is that we don't want, if we can figure that out, I mean, really seriously narrow that down, then we'll be pretty good. We would have figured out what it is that we do want. So as I said today, we're just reasoning, holding a vibe, squeezing our cushion, and just thinking, what is it that I don't want? I don't want to be in a relationship where the only time I'm of use is when you want sex. I don't want to be in a relationship that the only time you say I love you is when you want me to do something for you. I don't want to be in a relationship that the only time I am somewhat useful to you is when I need to go run an errand for you that you're unable to run for yourself. I don't want to be in a relationship where it's abusive. I don't want to be in a relationship that it doesn't serve me. I do not want to submit to a man who is not submitting to God. I don't want to be in a relationship that doesn't feed me spiritually, emotionally, financially, and every other alley that there is. I do not want to be in a relationship where my voice is not heard, where I'm not of importance. I do not want to be in a relationship where I am not able to express myself and be who I am beautifully created to be. I do not want to be in a relationship where my voice is muzzled. I do not want to be in that kind of a relationship. So if I can narrow down what is it that I do not want out of a relationship, then I can come to terms and say, okay, this must be what I want. It must be the opposite of what it is that I don't want. So today, wherever you stand, be it a relationship, a job, a situationship. Oh my God, situationships. Don't we know a lot about those? Wherever you stand, if you can figure out what it is that you do not want, then I guarantee you that you will be able to start seeing what it is that you do want. You will be able to start seeing what it is that I must ask for, what it is that I must take away from the table, what it is that I must appreciate more and love more and do more. Guys, it is beautiful. It took me a long time. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna sit here and behave like, I had it all figured out in one go. I didn't. It was rocky. It was bumpy. I bled. I cried. I hated. I loved. I forgave. Woo! It was a roller coaster. But I got to a place through God that I can sit comfortable in my skin. No competition. No wanting to be like anybody else. Loving me unconditionally. Wanting to see me elevate. Wanting to see me rise. Appreciating me. Accepting me. That was a rough one. But through God's grace, I came to realize what it is that I did not want. What it was that I was no longer going to take. What it was that I was no longer going to allow. So if you, my friend, can figure out what it is that you do not want, it is a joyous feeling when you can figure out what it is that you do want. It is a beautiful feeling. So I encourage us all today. Start figuring out what it is that you do not want. Because I guarantee you that you will start to see what it is that you do want. Yeah. It worked for me and my comfy cushion. So I know it will work for you too. I know it will be a blessing for you too. I know that you'll be able to walk away from some stuff and be like, not today, devil. Not today. Tomorrow doesn't look so good either, but definitely not today. Not today. Guys, thank you so much for holding a reasoning with me. Thank you so much for holding a vibe. And I just want to say, figure out what it is that you do not want. Because I'm sure that you'll start figuring out what it is that you do want. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Share the videos. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And of course, keep spreading the good word. Have a good day and God bless. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. It's Charge Talks with Jan Jan. Turning brokenness into ministries and stories into stepping stones. Overcoming mountains and